Guys, so in today's video I'm gonna rate all the books I've read this summer. Yay. And I actually read more than 10 books. I think I read almost 20 books this summer, so June to September. So mid-June to mid-September. So yeah, let's start. First we'll need my journal because I think I wrote some ratings in it, and also I would 100% recommend every single one of the books I've read. Trust me. Okay, I didn't like them all the way, every single one of them, but I would definitely recommend every single one of them. So yeah. So all the books I've read were on my iPad. The main character of this video. So my eyesight was just suffering this whole summer. The books were good, but my eyes were suffering since I can afford them like on paper, so I just download them illegally. Anyway, so the first book of the summer, when does summer starts? I have no idea. But the first book, I think, will be the one of July 12th. So July 12th, the book I read was One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. So I think I actually wrote about it in my journal. Wait a minute, guys. Okay, so I didn't start with this, so I'm gonna rate it right now. So One Golden Summer. I was reading this while I was suffering with my finals. I don't know why, but this book, like, at first, I read a lot of rom-coms, a lot of them, guys. So you guys will understand that, like, a bit into the video. First, I was kind of not skeptical, but I wasn't impressed, like, in the first pages. But then I started realizing, like, damn, I forgot the main character's name, but she was just like me, the female main character. She was just like me for real. And the romance was so good. And even though I didn't read the book that was, oh my god, guys, this is my sister laying on my bed. Please ignore. Even though I didn't read the book before this, I still understood, like, the male main character's point of view. I think it's the good amount of summarish, of romance, and of character development, and yeah, it just was giving everything. To be honest, it was giving everything. I rate this, like, I'm not a hard rater. I mean, you guys get what I mean. So yeah, I rate it a 5 star. I mean, let's count it on 10. I'd rate it a 9.5 out of 10. The point 5 left is just because I don't want to look easy. So the next book is Quite Dead Yet by Oli Jackson. Oli Jackson is my girl. Even though the only series I've read of her is the Good Girl Kids to Murder series, but she's still my girl. And this book did not disappoint at all. I was bawling my eyes out in the middle of the night. It was like 1 a.m. and I was crying so hard. I couldn't breathe. It was I just knew it was gonna end this way, but at the same time, I mean, is it a spoiler? I don't think so. Well, dang, I forgot to do like a short explanation of the books. But basically, Not Quite Dead Yet is about this girl gonna that that's dying basically, but she died, but she's not dead yet, because they tried to kill her, but she didn't die, but she had like a week left to live because something was gonna go wrong, and then just unalive her because something just guys, I'm not a med student. I'm really, like, anyways, well, basically she's not dead yet, but the whole thing about the story that's even more like heavy is that this girl was like mid late 20s, and then she really didn't do anything with her life yet, because she was still, her life motto was like, have the time, like I'll have the time to do this, do this, do this, do this. She always knew that her life, she had a purpose, she has this grand thing that she needed to do, that she would do with her life. And that resonated with me so hard, guys, because I have this like feeling, this sensation, this like knowledge that I have something I'm gonna do with my life, that I have this big project or big, I don't know, step that I'm gonna like, I don't know, do with my life, put into the word. But in the moment, like while I'm living right now, I have no idea what I'm doing. And then the fact that I think she dropped out of law school. I'm still thinking about this. I'm not sure. Like this economy is way too hard for me to just quit college, even though I know that going to college doesn't mean that you're gonna be unemployed. Anyway, so basically, basically she's dying, but she wants to resolve her murder. So she's gonna resolve her murder and everything. And the ending, yeah, if you want a good cry, just read it. And it's murder mystery. Like if you're into this kind of books, even if you're not, you're gonna like it because it's so well written, and you're just, it's keeping you on your toes. You wanna know who killed her. You wanna know if she's gonna leave. You wanna know if she's gonna be happy if she leaves. You just want her to be happy because, yeah, you just want her to be happy. You just want her to get justice for herself. You just want her to have a second chance in life. So yeah. And then the next book was The Love Hypothesis. I read this book like the first time it went like viral, back when I was a sophomore in high school, 2021, and I loved it. I had like the paper, because back then I wasn't so book. I had the paperback. I really liked it, and I'm so happy that the movie is getting done and that Lily Reinhardt is playing Olive. Like I love Lily. Like I love Lily. You guys don't. I mean, anyways, that's not the point. Anyways. The Love Hypothesis. Do I really need to introduce this? Like, The Love Hypothesis. Oh, I forgot to rate, like, not quite dead yet. I would give it a 10 out of 10 because I just love books that makes me cry. Oh, well, no. I'd give it a 9. I'd give it a 9 because the resolution of the murder, like, you guys will get it when you guys finish the book. But I think the reason behind her being murdered just lacked something. Like, even though I know people are crazy, but why would you kill someone for that? Like, you guys will get it. I mean, I hope so. But yeah, it just lacked something. It just felt so uncalled for, like so unnecessary. It's just like, whew. But the whole backstories of her life, things she never knew and everything, like the whole unraveling of this was mind blowing. Like I was really kept on my toes, like for real. For real, for real. Like you guys go read it. 9 out of 10. So yeah, The Love Hypothesis, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Like, I have no complaints. It's just the story about Olive, that's a PhD student, and a love story with this academia man, I don't know, that's Adam Driver. It's a fake dating plot. And yeah, it's just everything you ever want. And I love Ali Hazelwood's books. Her books always makes me wanna go to academia so much. I wanna teach human sciences. I wanna teach law school. I wanna teach IR and just go to study physics or maths or chemistry. I don't know. Anyways, you guys know this book. It's just a rom-com. It's just so funny. Fake dating, grumpy, X sunshine in the academia world and everything. It's just everything you ever wanted. Yeah, basically. Next, we have We'll Always Have Summer by Jenny Han. So yeah, I started the series, the the Summer I Turned Pretty, the year it went out. Basically, I think it was 2020 or 2021. 2021, I think. So the way I read the books was for the season one. I heard there's gonna be this series of these books. I watched the trailer and I was like, whoa, this is gonna be good. Like, this is gonna be good. So I went and read the first book, and then I watched the first season. And then for season two, I read the second book, and then I watched the second season. And then for the third, so sorry, I went out the storage. So basically, this is the third of a book series. I can't really say much about it. Basically, it's just the third book. And did I like it? I mean, yeah. The thing I noticed with 𝐁𝐿𝐒 series, I mean this one because I didn't read any of her other work, is that the Summer I Turned Pretty trilogy was really just a quick read, like really quick. I mean, you could still feel and understand the depth of the story, kind of the love story, the like all the difficult parts, and you guys know what I mean. Sorry, I'm really bad at this because English is not my first language, but I'm just so stubborn that I want to make all of my videos in English. Well, anyways, well, I just think the ending was kind of, it didn't feel rushed, but I was just like, oh, so it's done. I'm like, oh, okay. So I rated a 7 out of 10. It was good. Like, we always knew Conrad was gonna end with Belly. Like, everyone knows this. But like, getting married. So, is this a spoiler? I mean, I think after the season 3 came out and became so big, everyone knows this story at this point. Anyway, 7 out of 10. Next, The Wall of Winnepeg and Me. After reading this book, I realized that I was really, really late. And then it was actually like a hyped book. Actually hyped. Well, this book was okay. I read. Anyways, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10 in my journal. But it was good. It was good romance. It was good grumpy. It's grumpy X kind of sunshine. Not really, but like I love like the fact that the female character I liked her personality. I like the fact that she constantly dyed her hair. I liked her work. I liked her line of work. She was a graphic designer. That's something I really, really, really like. And if I had like the opportunities, if I didn't like have all those pressures in me, all of this pressure on me, that would actually be what I would do for my living, like graphic design and marketing and stuff like that. And just, anyways, I like the romance. It's just like this. Basically, the story is about this girl that works as a secretary for this NFL player, and that's the Wall of Winnepeg. Is really good at what he does. Is really like grumpy, but is also like really, how do I say this? It's like disciplined, and like it works a lot for what it's got, and that's what I can say. So this girl is the secretary of this guy because she wanna pay her living. Like she needs money to live. So yeah, she got the great work as a secretary. But the guy is so grumpy. Like he doesn't add no pleasure. He doesn't even treat her as a peer. He's just like so grumpy and somber and like just rude. It's like rude, really rude. So the girl wanna quit because she gathered enough money to just quit and actually pursue what she want to do in life, which is those graphic things. So she wants to quit, and she quits. But the guy needs her to come back because he needs her as a secretary because she was really, really good at her job, but also because he's Canadian and he needs to stay in the US, but he's not sure that it's gonna keep playing. I think he's gonna keep playing like professional football. I don't know. Anyways, he has something up with his visa and he needs the girl to marry him for them to fake date so that he can have a green card. Basically, that's that. It's a fake dating, but they live under the same roof and everything. It was great. It was great. I liked it, but it just wasn't my personal favorite of mine. It was a good book. It was well written. Oh, I forgot to add. This is spicy. So my Christian girl is don't. The Love Before This is also spicy, sadly, but I mean, I meant to say you guys can skip like me, but I know it's not a good thing that I'm skipping. I mean, what I mean is that I shouldn't be reading books with spicy things at all, but I can skip. I really can skip them because I'm just not interested in reading them. One Golden Summer, I don't remember if it has. I think it did. Then next book is Strange Houses by Uketsu, a Japanese author. This is mystery. This is like a 10 out of 10. But like it scared me so bad. I gave it a 9.75. It was so good. It was so good. Like it was so good. It's a thriller murder mystery kind of. It has kind of like supernatural things to it, but the fact that it's a real story, like this author, from what I gathered, this is his first book that I read, but from what I gathered is that he's actually working with true life like crimes and things, and then he writes a book, and then he switched some things up in the story so that it's not really obvious. But it was so good. It made me so scared, guys. So basically it's the I think, well, I forgot the story. He has this friend and his wife or girlfriend, I don't know, that's looking for a house to buy. And then they visit this house, and then they find the house kind of weird. So they show him like the plan of the house, and then they ask him to kind of look into it because the house is kind of weird. Like they want to buy it, but there's something weird about like the rooms and everything. So Uketsu, the author, he goes to a friend of his that's an architect or something like that. I don't know. And then together they're looking at the house plans, like right. At first they were making speculations that's or kind of real, like for real, like most of the things they thought like were kind of true. So as they were making speculation, they'll notice another house was built the same way, and then there was death in the area and everything. So basically, the way the house was built, I'm really not making this book justice. I'm not even gonna try, but just read it. Trust me. If you like mystery, if you like, even if you don't, like, you will like this. It's so well written, and you actually have the house plans in front of you as you're reading, so you're really like understanding what they're talking about. What's so scary is the fact that it's true. It's something true, and you guys know, like, if you know that Japanese murder are crazy. Like, if you're into true crimes and everything, you know that Japanese people, they're crazy. Anyways, next book is Spiral by Balcabra. Spiral by Balcabra. It's what is it about? I mean, it really doesn't stand out to me, and that's why I'm not even surprised that I gave it a 7 out of 10 on my journal, because it really doesn't stand out. It's a romance. I think it's a white man, black female. She's a ballerina and is a hockey player, yeah, and they're gonna fake date. There's a lot of fake dating. I was complaining to my sister about this, but weirdly enough, it's a coincidence, by the way. A lot of books that I read this summer were fake dating trope, and I grew to be so tired of them, to be honest. So yeah, they're gonna fake date because this guy is a hockey player, and then disclaimer: the book is actually good. I'm just tired of fake dating tropes. That's why it didn't stand out to me. The spice, it has a bit too much spice for me. for my likings. So yeah, she's a ballerina, a struggling ballerina, struggling with money and struggling with getting the good like roles, because nowadays they want people that has like a lot of social media followers to have the big roles. So and the guy is struggling with his public image because they think is such like hurtful, like girls, men. How do they say this? Like men, women. You guys get it. Like that is such a flirt that's always like sleeping with women, and to make it worse, his performance on ice is really yuck. It's really bad. So he has this pressure to perform well, because all eyes are on him, and they're just like, oh, you got drafted, but all you do is sleep with girls and you can even get a goal in the whole season and everything. So he's really stressed out. And by the way, the whole rumors are like untrue. Like they think like that is such a ladies man and he has this pressure to perform. And on the other hand, this girl like needs visibility for her career, so they're gonna fake date and fall in love basically. And then Uneasy Streets, Uneasy Street by Becky Wade. Becky Wade is a Christian author from what I've gathered. And so basically in the book, it's a Christian novel. So I gave it a 7 out of 10, don't judge me. But it was mainly because it was, I don't know why. Maybe it was the devil acting upon me, but I just kind of find my okay, yeah, I found myself pushing myself to finish the book, but usually the books I don't know when I'm finishing it, like a single day, like a couple of few hours. I'm just so entrenched in that I'm just done with them before I can even realize it. But this one, I felt myself pushing myself to finish it. It's basically about those two people that were friends in college, and that made this like website or company, I don't know, together. But there was a misunderstanding. Was it a misunderstanding? Okay, there was a fallout. Basically, they were both like coworkers that made the idea come to life, but there was a fallout. And then the guy just fired the girl, and then the girl just like exiled herself. So basically, they come to like 5 or 10 years later, I think, or 15, I think. They just meet again, but with the niece of the girl for vacation, and just okay. Basically, it's like a second chance moment for them, second chance because like they were dating before, but the guy always like lost the girl, and then he's gonna like change for her. It wasn't really like a bad person, but like, he was still gonna around and everything. So it's gonna get better. And then yeah, I can't really see how this book is Christ centered, but I'm really like right now. I think wait to be done with it when they would already have God in their life. I don't really like the trope where like it's the girl that's like bringing him into God. I mean that's beautiful, but it's just not my cup of tea. Anyways, it's a romance book, and they're gonna end up together basically. 7 Then The Wedding Crasher by Mia Sosa. Fake dating once again. I was so tired, like way too much smut, way too much spiciness. Yeah. It was like at some point I was like, are you guys just physically attracted to each other, or actually love? Like and it was another white man, black woman, sorry guys. Okay, so basically that's just the list. The girl is a wedding crasher, and she crashed his wedding. So basically, she crashed his wedding because she had her cousins working in the wedding, and then she went to look for something, and then she accidentally came across a conversation between the bride and another man, and then from what was going on, the bride was not the woman wasn't really committed to the bride, and so the bride was just married the guy for the sake of marrying, but she was really in love and everything. But then she came across the husband, the guy that was going to marry the girl, and then the husband was so like, also, it was cool, it was fine, and so the girl felt bad and conflicted, she didn't know what to do. Does she speak up, or does she like let this happen basically because the husband is like such a good guy that she really like, so basically, we understand. Basically, equation is really important to say that. That's like the story of the book. Basically, she's just crashed wedding when they were like, oh, someone was objecting and everything, and she was like, me, and she was like, oh, now the bride is actually in love with the special of the guy. Was it? I don't remember. But I think it was a trouble friend for the bride did. Anyways, the husband will need like to be seen as a respectable man with a dating life. His corporate job, he doesn't want to go up in the ladder, and does a good case, he want to like impress his employer. So he's gonna ask the girl to date him, and then they're gonna come up some story around like what happened in the marriage, because the fact that the girl left him at the I think the girl left him. I don't remember, but what happened just made that it kind of just looked ridiculously like, but it was incredible. So anyways, they're gonna fake date and fall in love. Finish. 7 out of 10. And then Ali Hazelwood, Love Theoretically. This book, guys, I love this book so much. It could have been a 9 out of 10, to be honest, but it's my personal problems that came like before it, like that made a big barrier. So basically, it's another academia book. It's this girl that struggling with money, and then she's basically fake dating this bunch of guys. This is not a fake dating show, I promise. So she's fake dating these guys on a app built for this because she needs money. Because I can't do this with justice, even if I tried. So basically, the girl is fake dating. It's her favorite client because it was her favorite client. Like this one, she has a favorite for him, and it's a spoiler kind of, but I think the client is Margo or Daisies. The book is really interesting. I mean, the very for me was the fact that my ego program that cannot make me read things where the female character is failing in her personal life, and when it's kind of like the male lead that's helping her, or like that can be a helper, or like that, so that's like very high position in her. She's just helpless and everything, and she's convincing that oh yeah, you're weird and everything, but like her life doesn't like what she is violence is talking about, and yeah, basically it just sucked for the girl, and money wise and career wise, even though everything was good, but okay, she was gonna do this interview for. By the way, I'm sorry for my voice. I'm sick. I have a cold, so my voice is kind of weird. Next book is The Surrogate Mother by Freida McFadden. If you already know Freida McFadden, this book won't be really like life changing for you. If you already read some of her work, you'll notice that this one really is similar. Like reading The Surrogate Mother, it made me think of the what was the book? The Tenant, right? So it's a thriller, murder kind of. It's basically this girl that's successful in her career. That's like girl boss. She was really giving body. I got my life together. I'm employed. So she's really good at her job. She's thriving at her job. She has this loving husband, but she cannot make kids. She's sterile, and that looks like her kind of, and the assistant is gonna propose herself to be her surrogate mother. So yeah, but the assistant is slowly gonna ruin her life. I mean, it's interesting reading about this, but it's so like I just wanna bang my head into a wall every time I'm reading this because every time you're reading something like this, the main character always seems crazy when the thing the mother is doing is literally like obvious. Like it's obvious that the girl is working to ruin her life, but she looks crazy trying to defend herself, and she almost got arrested and almost charged with murder at some point in the book. And it was just this crazy roller coaster. Yeah, I give it 8 out of 10, but it wasn't really life changing for me. But one thing I'll tell you. And if you read the book, come back here and comment down below. Like, am I the only one that can seem to believe that the husband didn't like the secretary and that he didn't like in there to like had anything going on with her? If you read the book, you're gonna understand. Like, but I was really skeptical in the ending, though. Like, what they were trying to like give, I wasn't buying it. Like, it's literally a mint, sorry. Anyways, I give it an 8 out of 10. Is Audre and Bash Are Just Friends by Tia Williams. So Audre and Bash Are Just Friends. It's about this girl that's named Audre. It's black love, by the way. I love me some black love. So Audre is basically this girl that's gonna be a senior in high school. She wants to be a psychologist, and she's already kind of a psychologist because she's like she has like sessions with her classmates and everything, and they pay her like $20 to rent, and she gives them actually really good advice. So she's working to go to Stanford, I think. So it doesn't really make sense in my head. Anyways, she's trying to go to this Ivy, but she needs a bigger project that's gonna actually impress her. So she wants to write a book. Next book is Bride by Lee Hazelwood. Sorry, I'm screaming, but I love me some Lee Hazelwood, and what I love even more than some Lee Hazelwood is some Omegaverse. I mean, it's not really Omegaverse, but it's like supernatural, like werewolf and vampires. So basically, it's in the world there's human beings. Play Along is the story about this girl working for this baseball team, but the girl is a doctor, like actually doctor in like this thing. I don't know, physical doctor. I don't know, but she's really qualified. She was gonna get this job, but when she came and then the man like that has to hire her realized that she's a man because her name is Kennedy. She realized that she's a Next, Picking Daisies on a Sunday by Liana Sinkochi. Romance once again. I actually gave this one a 7.5 out of 10 just because, okay, didn't like, it's like the whole prom night thing. Like once you get there, like guys, I was so mad when I got to the actual prom night scene because there's no way this girl was actually convincing her that she confessed to the guy and that it just dismissed her. Girl, whole time she was, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but that was a 7, not even 7.5, a 7 out of 10. The romance was great, but the whole confession plot was really just, it wasn't even a confession, like, girl, what? Anyways, the next book is, I mean, for my Christian girlies, it's not good, it's not really like appropriate, but I really liked it. It's not like you're gonna read like sex scene and everything, but hey, I mean, wait, I'm gonna elaborate. So the next book is called Margo Got Money Trouble by Ruthie Thorpe, and I gave it a 9 out of 10. Basically, it's this girl Margo that's in college. She ended up having an affair with her English professor, and it's a married man that's older than her, and she ended up pregnant for him. And yeah, pregnancy means you have to have the cash to actually raise your kid. Margo, despite everything, chose to keep the baby. Now she's got money troubles and she needs to pay off her living and her baby's living. So the writing of this book is so good. Like it's not only it's so good, but it was the first time I was reading something that was switching like the POV. Like one time it was both like third person and first person POV. And it was so interesting because as you're reading the book, Margot's like, this part I can tell it like in first person POV. I mean, she didn't say it like that because it really was better written than how I'm explaining it. But like, yeah, there were some parts where it's like, I can tell this like in first person POV, and it's like she's disconnecting with herself and like narrating what she went through in the outside POV, like she switched to third person and she's like explaining everything. So why I said it wasn't really Christian friendly, it's because Margo is basically, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything. If you're Christian, I mean, you can read it, but it's just not gonna align with your values. I am Christian. It doesn't align with my values, but I really admire the writing in the story because even though like it doesn't align with my values, these are real life stuff, like stuff that happens every day. And even though some people act some ways that I wouldn't personally act because I have my values, my religion, what I believe in, I can't just go around and judge people and dismiss the fact that this kind of stuff are actually happening in the world. Like, so, and I really understood. I didn't need the book to understood like where she was coming from and where other people that are in the same situation are coming from when they came like to this. But it was really a well written like story. I really liked it. I mean, in the end, I was still biased by my values, so I was thinking that she was gonna switch ways, but it didn't end that way. And the fact that the ending wasn't like what I was expecting, because I went to this book, I started this book not knowing anything about it, anything. I just saw it on Pinterest and I was like, the cover is pretty. I'm gonna read this, and it was so good. I don't like when books disappoint me in the endings. Not really like disappointment, but when the book is so realistic, the ending is not what you wanted, what you know that's the most realest way it could have been. Anyways, the next book is The Stranger in Her House by, wait, Stranger in Her House by John Morris. So the first thing I need to say is that this book was a 9 out of 10. Once again, you remember back then I was talking about, oh, I like ending that aren't like what I wanted, but that are so realistic because that's just life. This book is just like this. In her mid-40s, not early 40s, and she has a lot of stories. She's just taking care of the mom that's sick and everything. And then there's gonna be this guy coming on the story that at first escapes to help her in the house because it's a helper working for some companies. I know that helps others. But the guy is slowly gonna infiltrate the house and then build some sort of friendship with her more than anything. Everything's gonna go down, and it never will be what you expected until you're like in the third quarter of the book. You just have to read it. You just have to. I mean, and you'll thank me for it. The next book is The Love Dare by Abiola Bello. Once again, as I said before, I love this on Black Love. This book was so good. I almost want to give it a 10 out of 10. So basically, I'm renting again, but in summary, it's a good woman's book. It's Black Love. It's clean. The girl has Nigerian parents. It's really hopeful, bubbly, cute, and I really love the love story, quote unquote. It's just so nice, and it's really perfect if you're trying to get out of a reading slump. It was so cute, and I like the characters, I like the character development, I like the main characters. I just like the story. Just simple and cute. Read it! But this book is a 9.5 out of 10. I liked it. I liked teen romance. I love black love. And the guy was so cute. Like, he was really so cute. Anyways, I'm done. I hope you guys enjoyed me rambling. I really love rambling. I hope this video is not 30 minutes long, because I know no one is gonna actually like sit there and watch some random girl talk for 30 minutes about her books. Like, who am I kidding with my book and me world? So yeah, I'm done. Oh, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, subscribe. I need to play my college students. I need to play my college students, guys. Subscribe! I'm kidding. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Comment, like, subscribe, share if you want. Read the books, actually read them. And then come back to comment, because I want to know what you thought of them, because I want to talk. I like talking about books. I like talking about books. I love talking about books. And then she went on again, rambling. Once again, thank you so much for watching this video, and hope I see you in the next one. Bye!